probably heard of me. Fuck that, nigga certainly. Catch a body broad day, shoot him in the hallway. Corner one call away, dump his body in the lake. Fuck Aroma all day, I've been ballin' all state. Me and Brody made a play like the NCAA.
Been using Whoop for over 1,000 days now. This thing has kind of moved into my life as just a permanent addition. So I started in February 2023, and ever since then it's been pretty much on my bicep because I prefer it there than on my wrist, which is where they give you the standard band when you order it. I got it originally for sleep improvement because I knew that I wasn't really sleeping the best and I should probably have slept more and the consistency was off. So that was the main reason I got it. And then as well, you've got the activity tracking, which didn't really need it because I wasn't really training for anything specifically, but it's kind of interesting. But it was more so that I could get my sleep dialed in and like prioritize my health a bit more. The other bonus that I loved is the fact that you can set the alarm and it vibrates, which I prefer waking up to that than an alarm making a load of noise. Now I normally set that about 5 minutes before and then have an alarm just in case I'm in a deeper sleep, because sometimes it won't wake me up, but sometimes it does, depending on how light my sleep is at that point. And even without looking at any of the data, just having it and knowing it's there, it makes me think and be more aware of the choices I'm making, going to bed on time or getting up at the right time rather than sleeping in ages, or doing the exercise because I know that it's there and tracking all the time. The only time I take it off is to shower because I can't be bothered waiting for the band to dry. You can take it in the shower, I just don't. And that's the only time that it's off pretty much. Most things that I do, I am very motivated at the start and then before long I get bored and I stop using them. Or if it's a new journaling technique, a new habit, when the motivation's high I can do it, but as soon as that initial stage is past, the honeymoon phase, then it gets put on the shelf and forgotten about, which is what Whoop has done very well because there's lots of different reasons to go into the app. So every day I'm opening the app, whether that's to fill out my daily journal, so it's tracking multiple different habits that I've got and seeing how they affect my data basically. So whether that's having a hot shower before bed, whether that impacts my sleep, or whether exercising later on or in the morning's better. Basically how everything that I do can interact with my data. But filling that journal out means that I'm opening the app, I'm having a look at it, I'm being reminded that I need to be prioritising my health. Also, before going to bed, I'm setting the alarm, having a look at what time it's saying I should be going to bed, waking up to reach my required amount of sleep based on the strain I've been doing and my recent sleep history, but also based on the consistency, so making sure that my bedtime and wake time aren't deviating too much day to day, because that's another thing with sleep. It's not just the length, it's the actual timing of it. And all of these things are just so easy to track and understand, and it just gives you the feedback. So if you're ever wondering, oh, like when should I be going to bed? You can just have a look, which for me takes it off, because otherwise I can quite easily go, oh, I should be going to bed, but there's this that I could do. But this is telling me I need to be trying to wind down now rather than getting all my to-do list done and then getting to bed late. You'd be better off going to bed now, getting up earlier and doing them then. And that's kind of one of the things that it's reminded me of, maybe. It's not as much as I didn't know it before, it's just making sure it's at the forefront of my mind and being told what to do. Because sometimes you know what you're doing, but if something tells you to do it, you're more likely to do it. When it comes to the actual metrics it gives me, like the recovery score and my ideal strain target for the day, I don't follow them that well. But on a day-to-day level, I don't think it really matters if I'm ignoring them. Yes, I might look at it and see that I've got a red recovery score and it's like, well, maybe you should take it a bit easier. But equally, if I've got football planned that night, I'm not going to. But over the long term, if I'm generally keeping near that target, it's okay. If I'm always overreaching it, then I need to look and go, maybe I do need to pull back a bit here because I'm probably going to be risking an injury if I keep going at this rate. And equally the other way around, if it's saying that my strain target's up here and I'm always hitting here, it's like, maybe you can ramp up the training a bit. And speaking of training, another thing that I use it for is the live heart rate detection. So when I'm running, I like to do a lot of my running in zone 2. So I can look at the heart rate zones, which are based on the data And obviously I've had it on for ages, so I would like to think that that data is quite accurate to me. So it knows what my zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 and zone 5 heart rates are and what the ranges are. So I can try and keep a lot of my running in a zone 2 heart rate. So now that I'm training for a marathon, alongside playing football 2 times a week, I really need to focus on not overdoing it and risking injury. Trying to keep things nice and easy while I train for the marathon, get the endurance up, because I'm also playing football twice a week on a Monday and a Tuesday, which is the high intensity. So I'm not really doing any interval work while training. That kind of covers it for me, I think, because that's hitting my zone 4 and 5 heart rates. And then this run here, zone 2, get the distance up, and having the whoop, you can see on my arm here, is helping a lot, because before this, if I went out for a run, I used to just absolutely run, and having now measured the run like that with the whoop, I realised that every single run I was doing like a zone 4 or 5 hard run. Whereas, so that I'm not risking injury, I need to be integrating more of these zone 2 runs, which now with the whoop heart rate I can just check, make sure that I'm staying under 150-ish. I think my zone 3 lower threshold is just above that, maybe like 152. So as long as I'm staying below that when I'm running, it's nice. Easy zone 2, just to keep my legs turning over, get used to running the distance, and then using the football to increase my actual fitness, I guess. So this is more for the muscular stuff, and then that's more the aerobic work. Using Whoop in conjunction with Strava is just helping with that training. And I am aware that using a cross-chest thing would be more accurate than this, but I think it's probably good enough. There's also a strength trainer on here, so for that I do put it on my wrist, because that way it tracks as I'm like lifting weights. It then tracks when I'm under load and gives you a strain score based on that, because previously weightlifting and stuff wasn't very well tracked on things, because your heart rate doesn't really spike as it would for like a cardio based exercise. But muscle under load, you are working and it is tiring. It's just not quite in the same way. But with it there, you tell it what exercises you're doing, what weights you're doing, how many reps, etc. And then you can basically follow it. So once you've planned it out, it's just follow along, tick, tick, tick. You can see the timer for your rests. It's really easy to follow along. And that way, at the end, it gives you an accurate strain score as well. And that workout is then saved. So the next time, if you want to go back and do the same workout again, you can just press start and run through it again. And then over time, you can be increasing the weight, increasing the reps as you see fit, as you see the gains. Another feature that I don't really use often, but I do appreciate it when I do, is the guided breathing, especially the relaxation one. So it basically is just a timer, and it tells you to go for a slow inhale through your nose, and then at the end it's like a quicker inhale. So you do a slow and then very slow out your mouth. So it's double the length of time out your mouth as it is in, but you've also got that sharper spike at the end. And I don't really know the science behind it, but it does work. It does relax me, and it helps a lot before I'm going to bed. So if I've got a lot on my mind and I can't get comfortable, I'll do that, and it kind of calms things. A newer feature that they've added, it's been out a few months now at least, is the age estimation. And it gives you how a lot of different metrics impact your metabolic age, basically how old your body thinks it is. So for me, it's about 20.3, 20.2 maybe at the moment. So I'll take that, it's underneath where I actually am. And the biggest thing that it's telling me is I need to spend more time doing strength training. I think that's the only metric on there that's saying is adding age. So if I can start doing that more often, hopefully we can actually bring that age back below 20. Which at 23, almost 24, is not bad. Just in terms of the comfort, it's really easy. So I have it on my bicep all the time, and I don't even notice it's there anymore. I'm just that used to it. I think on my wrist, there was a few times when I didn't like it, but I prefer it there. And when it's there, it is comfortable. The other thing, if you do use the referral link that I'm going to put in the description of this video, you will get a free first month to try it out. And that way you can see if you do like it, and if you don't, you can just stop and you don't have to pay anything. And that would also help me out. You get a free one, I get a free one. We both can enjoy it for a month on the company, basically. So I would appreciate if anyone would like to do that.